again, I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the type of houses. So, in Vedic astrology, there are many groupings of houses. One is angular, one is trikona, one is upachaya, one is panapara, one is apokalima, and another is dusthana. Angular is also known as Kendra houses. So the Kendra houses are 1, 4, 7 and 10. These are the Kendra houses. Kendra house means houses of action. So planets in these houses will be very active. Planets in 1, 4, 7, 10 will be very active planets, and any house lots placed in those houses will also be an area where the native is very active. Suppose second lord is placed in first house, the native will be active in money matters and family, because second house stands for family and money. Family, wealth, money, food habits, etc. You can apply this principle to all the second house signification. Next set of houses are the Trikona houses. Trikona houses are 1, 5 and 9. So this will always be the same element. Whatever element is there in the first house will also be in the fifth house, will also be in the ninth house. For example, earth sign is there in first house, Taurus means fifth house Virgo will be there, which is also earth sign, and ninth house also Capricorn would be there, that is also earth sign. So Trikona houses have the same element. Planets placed in Trikona houses are usually lucky, and these things come into the native's life very easily. For example, if ninth lord is in fifth house, then the native's higher education would be very smooth and no problem would be there. Or if 10th lord is in the fifth house, the native's work will be very lucky. The native would be very lucky in finding job, and he would also be lucky in his activities in general. Suppose fourth house lord is in fifth house, the native will be lucky in home, property and land matters. If second house lord is in fifth house, the native would be lucky in investments, money matters, cash, wealth, assets. All these items would get very lucky for the native. So planets placed in 159 and also the house lords placed in 159 would become very lucky for the native. Next set of houses is Upachaya house. Upachaya means houses of improvement. These houses would get benefited as the native gets older. The third, sixth, 10th and 11th house are the Upachaya houses. These houses also require more effort on part of the native. So any planet placed in 3, 6, 10 and 11 will tend to get better as one ages. Suppose Mars is placed in third house, then the native will have good strength and courage as he passes through 30 and above. If suppose Saturn is in 6th house, the native's work life will get better after 30, 35. If suppose Jupiter is in 10th house, the native's luck would improve after 30, 32. If suppose Venus is in 11th house, the native's money matters would get a boost after 25, 30. So these planets in these houses would take some time to get activated, and also they need more effort. So suppose third house, you have the second lord placed in third house, then this means the native has to put more effort to make his income. Suppose seventh lord is in third house, then the native has to put efforts in his marriage to make it work. Suppose ninth lord is in third house, then the native has to put more effort towards travel, and his travel plans will generally be taking lot of effort and delay. So the planet in third house will require effort. It's also the planet in sixth house, but planet in sixth house is generally for work and health. Suppose Mercury is in sixth house, then the native's health would require a lot of effort, and over time the native's health would improve. Suppose Mercury is in ninth house, then the native's education would uh, be better in later years, like after 32 the native may do higher studies. The planets in 11th house will give gains later in life. Suppose the native has Jupiter in 11th house, the native will have better wealth after 32 years of age. So basically 3, 6, 10, 3, 6, 9, sorry, 3, 6, 10 and 11 will get better after later ages. So previously I said it is 9th house, not 9th house. If suppose Mercury is in 10th house, then the native's higher education would improve his career prospects like that, not the 9th house. So this is the Upachaya house, and in Upachaya house, third house is the house of skill and effort. So the planets in third house gets better as the native develops his skill or talent. Suppose a musician is there, he has some planets in third house, then those planets would get better as he practices more and more and he performs more and more. Third house is also the house of practice and performance. So third house, the planet would not give result unless you put in the required effort. Likewise 6th house, likewise 10th house, likewise 11th house. But most importantly, the skill would be applied in third house matters. The planet in sixth house gets better as one pays their debts. So sixth house is the house of debts. So suppose seventh lord is in the sixth house. The native's marriage would improve once he pays the debt to their spouse. Maybe the native gets a divorce first and then his marriage would improve. So the planets in house lords in sixth house would get better as the native pays their debts. The planets and the house lords in 10th house would get better as the native fulfills their responsibilities, because the 10th house is the house of action and responsibility. So if 7th lord is in the 10th house, the native's marriage would improve if he takes care of his wife or husband. The planets in 11th house would improve as the native makes more gains in life. Suppose Jupiter is in 11th house, the native's wealth would increase as he starts to accumulate wealth. So the 11th house is the house of ultimate gains. In this house, planets and house lords would give better results as the native accumulates. The main keyword for 11th house is accumulation and increase in something, increase of anything. The 11th house is also the house of long term planning and such things. Projects, long term projects are denoted by 11th house. So planets in these houses get better as the native advances to the next stage. Suppose a native is in having a B grade position in their office. As the native's position improves, 11th house planets gives better results. The 11th house is the house of promotion and advancement. So these planets get better over time. Now coming to Panafara houses 2, 5, 8, 11. 2, 5, 8 and 11. So these are Panapara houses, means these are houses of wealth and security. The second house is the house of material security. The fifth house is the house of self security. The eighth house is the house of emotional security. The 11th house is the house of social security. So these are very security oriented houses. The second house, we know everyone has wealth, so there is a house of wealth and financial security. Fifth house is the house of uh, self security, that is self esteem, that is how comfortable you are as an individual, is the fifth house. Malefics in fifth house will reduce one person's confidence. 8th house is the house of emotional security. That is, how can you handle uh, emergency situations. That is why the original 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, which is our ability to handle disasters and emergencies and catastrophes in life. The 11th house is the house of social security, meaning how comfortable we are with our society and among our peers and network circle. So 2, 5, 8, 11 are Panafera houses. These are also houses of wealth and gains. Particularly 2, 5 and 11 are houses of gains and wealth. 8 is the house of gaining through other people. Apokalima houses now 3, 6, 9 and 12. These are the houses of skill and learning. The third house is the house of skill. The sixth house is the house of overcoming our liabilities and improving in life. Ninth house is the house of higher learning. 12th house is the house of wisdom and understanding. So all these houses 3, 6, 9 and 12 are concerned with learning and making improvements in life. These are the houses of knowledge. So planets like Mercury and Jupiter do very well in these houses 3rd, 6th, 9th and 12th. If you see many people with 9th house Mercury, they have a lot of knowledge, and the 12th house Jupiter also, people have good knowledge. These are not houses of wealth, no way connected to wealth. 3, 6, 9 and 12 are the houses of skill and learning. How skillful you are in overcoming your obstacles is the 6th house. 9th house is the house of learning on a broad scale. How you are able to see the broad picture is the 9th house. The 12th house is the house of ultimate understanding. It is the house of siddhis and all that. The third house is the house of experimentation, like operating a mobile phone and getting to know the basics. The third house is the basics. So 3, 6, 9 and 12 are the houses of learning and education. So whenever third lord is placed in the 9th house or 9th lord is placed in the 12th house or third house in each other houses, these would contribute to the native's intellect. Suppose the first house lord is in the third house, then the native would be keen in learning new subjects. If the first house lord is in the sixth house, the native would be skilled in improving his health and fixing problems and all that. If the first house lord is in the ninth house, then the native would be capable of understanding deep philosophy and all that. If the first house lord is in the 12th house, then the native would have siddhis like intuition and abilities, psychic abilities. So these are the Apokalima houses. Dusthana houses 6, 8 and 12. These are the houses of transition and difficulties. These houses will always give some problems to the native. Planets placed in these houses tend to become weak and they may lose their vitality also. For example, Venus in 6th house, the native may have low vitality. If Mars is in 8th house, the native might have some problems in his body. If Venus is in the 12th house also, then the native would lose his vitality. So these houses are the houses of loss and draining of resources, whether financial or bodily resources. So 6th, 8th and 12th are the Dusthana houses, and any house lords going into these houses also has a problem. Suppose 7th lord is in the 6th house, then the native will face problems in marriage. If the 7th lord is in the 8th house or the 12th house, again the native would face problems in marriage. That is why the placement of 7th lord in 6, 8 or 12 is not that much good, because these are the Dusthana houses. Not only the 7th house, but any house lord going into the 6th, 8th or 12th will give problems. Suppose the 5th lord is in the 6th house, then the native's childbirth would be delayed, or the after birth of child the native would have a lot of deaths, or the children might have recurrent health issues, or the children might get into some trouble. So all these things are seen. So these are the type of houses, and every house has more than one connotation. For example, the first house is both Kendra angular house and Trikona house. The second house is Fanafara. The third house is Apokalima as well as Upachaya. The 10th house is angular as well as Upachaya. The 12th house is Dustana as well as Upachaya. Not Upachaya but Apokalima, yes. The 6th house is Dustana, Upachaya and also Apokalima. So the 6th house is very important. That is why the 6th house is seen often for the strength of the native, because it is a Dustana, it is a Upachaya, and it is also a Apokalima. Some houses are only one type, that is 7th house is only Kendra house, angular. It is not any other house type. So I hope this video on types of houses is useful. You can apply these principles in your horoscope, and if you want a reading, please email me at the link given. Thank you. Email me at the link given. Thank you.